Okay, but no, so what I was saying is the advice of going live with one picture to get reviews or get bookings early is bad advice, because what happens is when you go live with a new Airbnb listing, Airbnb, as now a publicly traded company or just a company in general, they're making their money based on users on the platform generating bookings. And even when they're going to pitch investors, they're looking at, I'm guessing, the average life cycle of a host and how many hosts are joining for a few days and then
Okay.
pulling their listing down because they're not getting bookings, or and a lot of hosts are apprehensive entering the Airbnb world because they have heard so many horror stories. And then if you couple that with not getting
Okay.
any bookings right away,
Mhm.
it could cause hosts to abandon their what they're going after before they really get started. So what happens when you get a new listing and you go live with it? You're going to get a new listing tag, and often you're going to get higher placement on the results because Airbnb wants to get you a booking as quickly as possible so they can bring you into the hosting ecosystem and make you be successful, in turn allowing them to continue helping guests and others. But that's super important because you're only going to have a limited time where you get a new listing tag and you get a bump in rankings. And then it's going to be more of a merit based where they're factoring in your reviews, they're factoring in all this other stuff. And if a guest can't see all of the area of the unit or home and they book it, you're not able to set realistic expectations for how the home is going to look, which could lead to a lower value rating or other ratings, even communication, that would then have long term negative ramifications on your listing that, in my opinion, would outweigh any early bookings. Because the fact is, once people are going to book based off of the photos, the copy, kind of the whole experience they're getting. And if you only have one picture, most people won't book it right away. In fact, I think it would hurt your listing. And so that's one of the things I'm going to be releasing, a lot of free videos highlighting this stuff, just pointing out, like, hey, here's some advice I've heard that I've seen that doesn't work, and here's some that I've used on my own and it has worked. So I
Okay.
always recommend making sure your listing is fully ready to go on the marketplace and compete with the best listings right out the gate. And that's how the recipe for success. So with that, I mean, do you have any questions on that?
No, made perfect sense.